What's going on? Microphone check 1 2. What is this? The 5 foot assassin with the roughneck business. Y'all let me know if you can hear me, please. Can you hear me clear? Put my mind at ease. Cause every time it's time to do the live, I get anxiety. Niggas talk shit and they know that just fires me up to do another show. Go tell your nigga. Go tell your hoe. It's the God. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Thank you to the new member, HJ Dujor. Put the one in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly. What's up? What's up, Marcel? What's up, Treese? What's up, Juan? We got a lot of interesting shit today. Okay, Reese. Don't shoot nobody down. Let's just get it popping, man. I'm gonna look into some stuff. Let's get it popping, man. Y'all ready? Let's go, man. Rest in peace to the bandit. Let's go. Not everybody's gonna talk about me. When it's the one piece of pussy I'm possessing. Your boy, Heaven Hollywood. Welcome to the Heaven Hollywood experience. Leave me alone. That's my theme. That's my new theme song. Rest in peace to the bandit. Check, 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 check. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Over 20 million unfiltered Spotify streams first day, making the top 5 biggest streaming day ever in Spotify. We're gonna talk about them. We're gonna talk about Latto. We're gonna talk about exactly how that all came about and what exactly that means for Latto going forward. I know a lot of people think it's not a big deal. Like, oh, you could have put anybody there. You probably could have. If they would have went and got Ice Spice like everybody's doing, it probably did the same thing. If they went and got Megan Thee Stallion, it would have did the same thing. They would have got Nicki Minaj, would have did the same thing. Would have got Cardi B, would have been the same thing. So we get that. You know, you're messing with BTS, so you're gonna get success from it. But the whole thing is, and we're gonna start there. The whole thing, anybody, it would have worked, right? But they didn't. Like I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not a dummy. You know what I mean? I'm not a person that caps like, oh yeah, this is only happening because Lotto. No, I mean, I'm not a dummy. But the bigger question is, like as you said, I mentioned three or four names that will come up in people's minds before Lotto, right? But the whole thing is, when you give credit, is they didn't pick those names, huh? They didn't pick those names. Yeah, they could have. You know what I mean? You know, Ice Spice is the hot thing right now. So they could very easily said, yo, we're gonna go and do the Ice Spice thing. We're gonna go and do the Queen of Rap. That's a guaranteed number one. We're gonna go number one. When you get the Queen of Rap, we get her fan base over here, you know. That's gonna be a number one. Ice Spice is red hot. If we get her, that's gonna be a number one. Cardi B's been put out two or three good features in a row. You know, she's getting hyped up by the American media again. So if we put her on there, that's gonna be number one because the bottom line is it is Jung's debut single. So they probably could have put me on there with them. Somebody that you never even heard before, like rap, like their fans had never even heard of before, and it probably still would have went number one. But the thing that I think you're missing here is why Lotto? Why Lotto? I've even seen people talking about, oh, she paid them. Like, come on, guys. Like, now you're just being silly. Now you're just being silly. So that's what a lot of people was asking me, like, well, why would they pick Lotto? Right? Why would they pick Lotto? And she's not even, this is what people telling me. She's not even the top female rapper. Like something has to be going on. It has to be something, right? Well, according to Jung, he said he liked her voice, right? He said he liked her voice. Um, he also said that he liked her personality. Their personality matched, and he likes the way she raps. He thought that it would be a perfect match, him and her. Now, so sometimes Lotto's out there moving around. She ain't got no manager. That could be another thing. It's like, okay, we ain't really, we could talk to her directly. She ain't got no manager. We could talk to her directly. Won't have deal with no and whole thing about the whole seven thing, like kind of goes with the theme. So everything worked out for him. My point being is why you can't look over that with people saying, well, Lotto should get any credit. She didn't bring anything to the table. Well, her name is on that record. Hold on, guys. I got a new system and I got to figure out how to put it together. So just bear with me. I'm going to have to do it probably without screen. So hold on a second. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Uh, okay. Where did I break up at? Where did I break up at? I'm always going around and around and around. Hold on. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay. Is there an echo? Hope it's not an echo. Y'all let me know whether it's an echo or not. Do y'all hear an echo? Okay. Okay. So basically, what I was saying was Jung was asked, well, why Lotto? Why would you take Lotto? What was it about Lotto that made you, pick her? And he basically said he likes the way she raps. Um, Her voice matches his. He likes her personality. And he said the whole seven thing, like the Lotto 777, it kind of went with the theme, right? So he had, obviously heard her before. It's not like somebody that, he's just gonna pick out of nowhere. So BTS and Blackpink, they do watch American artists, right? They watch American artists. So my my point about the whole, well, why does Lotto deserve credit? Because anybody could have gotten that spot. Well, her name's on the record. And I like to use the analogy of, if y'all, like I said, if y'all played like a lot of jobs, no pun intended, they play lotto, right? A lot of them, everybody puts in $1 or whatever, and then everybody picks numbers and what have you, right? Some people play um, their own tickets, but it's still within the crew. So what I was saying was, if they end up winning, right? And let's say you didn't get any numbers at all. You didn't pick any of the numbers, but your group ends up winning. You gonna tell me because you didn't pick any numbers, you're not gonna take no money? Of course you are. Of course you are. You know what I mean? So I think that's the people that just was trying not to give Lotto credit, but it is Jung featuring Lotto. And this is not a remix. Like, this is Jung featuring Lotto. So of course she's gonna be on it. And of course she's gonna get credit for being on it, because if you get credit for anything, it's the fact that he felt as though he didn't really want to deal with. You also got to look at stuff like that, right? You got to look at stuff like that. People may say, look, I don't want to deal with the drama. How do we know that they didn't see all the stuff that's going on with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B? They stay up on things. They stay up on things. So we don't know whether that played a factor or not. You know, we don't know whether that played a factor or not. So the fact that he felt comfortable enough to trust Lotto on his first debut single. Salute, Stacy, salute. Right? The fact that he felt comfortable enough to trust her on his first single, that says enough, right? Um, I don't. Well, Cinemoro. That's a good question. We'll go over that. Right now, right now, hey, right now, I'll give you 1 second, kids. Right now, Cinnamon, it's basically the whole alliance thing, right? The only people that are not really giving her credit is people that's not aligned with Lotto. People that's aligned with Nicki, aligned with Ice Spice. Those are the ones that's really not giving her credit. So I guess because of the whole way that thing went down, you're gonna pretty much, that's how it's gonna be, right? That's how it's gonna be. So people that are aligned with Nicki Minaj, they're not gonna give Lotto credit. They're gonna say, "Oh, she didn't deserve credit on the record," or "Oh, she didn't do anything." Oh, she's not talented. So they're gonna say that, as well as vice versa. If you are aligned with Cardi B and with Lotto, you're going to be saying the same thing about the other side, right? Oh, it's not talented. Oh, granny. Oh, lapdog. So if the situation was reversed and it was Ice Spice up there, trust me, everyone on the other side that is aligned with Latto, they be saying the same thing. Oh, Ice Spice shouldn't get any credit. It's BTS. They was gonna go number one anyway. So the same thing that they're saying, if the situation was reversed, they would be saying the absolute same thing. The absolute same thing. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. You know, at this point with the bar, like I used to like it used to bother me, but at this point with the bar, it don't even bother me. It don't even bother me anymore. And I'll be honest with you, it does not even bother me anymore because nothing surprises me about them. If people, the thing I saw a couple of people from BTS Army, or starting to comment today, and they were like, I'm not on team Nicki or team Cardi, but my God, they were like, from what I've seen today, he's like, my goodness. So my screens went out, but y'all can still hear me, right? Crazy. So they basically said, from what we've seen, um, we didn't know that it was this bad. It's like we didn't know it was this bad. So and then I did see a couple of things I didn't want to see. I guess after BTS did not I guess since they didn't fall for the banana in the tailpipe with the whole Lotto tweet thing, they was getting called stupid Asians and stuff like that. That there's no place for that. You guys, whoever was doing that, I mean, you can't start trying to bring up an old text, I mean, an old tweet um and call Lotto racist or what have you, and then when they don't fall for it, you start calling them stupid Asians. Like, that's not cool. That's not cool. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? They've absolutely said the N word before, from what I've been told. So my whole thing is that's a big move for Lotto. Lotto right now is currently without management, right? And I used to speak to Lotto's former manager a lot, so I knew she was without management, but I didn't really know whether they wanted me to put that out there, so I just never said nothing. But her and her management had an issue. Of course, once the artist starts making moves and starts making more money, there's always going to be that manager that say, "Hey," So from what I was told, she's getting ready to, she might be signing on with the same management Cardi B's currently under. I don't think that's a good idea. If I was Lotto, I would sign with Max Ghouls, right? Or Scooter Braun likes Lotto. Scooter Braun likes Lotto. Now, I don't know whether I would trust my hip hop career with Scooter. Oh, really? See? So don't be surprised if she gets on with Scooter Braun. Scooter Braun, he manages Justin Bieber. Excuse me. And the next thing you know, you might be seeing a Justin Bieber Lotto joint. So if you see that next, you'll know exactly why you're seeing it. So, right. Kizzy, they don't listen to me. They don't listen to me, and I be right every single time. So give Lotto her credit. All this hating back and forth stuff. When you look out in the audience, in the landscape or whatever, and then you check on the other YouTube page, except for the diehard, just straight stan pages, a lot of the other people that just cover it, they really are starting to get tired of it. Like this whole thing is starting to. I said it was getting tired last year. Like it's just starting to get a little. It's starting to get a little tiring, and to be honest with you, it's starting to get a little silly now. It's like every single girl that comes in, one or the other is going to try to rush and grab them for a feature before the other one. I mean, it's just getting a little silly now, and then they wonder why they're talked about in a different light. Well, how come we can't be respected like the men? Because y'all don't act like the men. Yeah, the men has beefs, but you know what? One thing that the men really don't do is they never really let, unless it's really, really, really personal. This stuff is not personal. Maybe Cardi B and Nicki's personal, but Ice Spice and Lotto, that's not personal. Nicki and Megan, that wasn't personal. Like on JT and her little riff with Cardi B, like those little things are not personal issues. The men in rap, they might have issues, but 9 times out of 10, they're not going to let it affect their bag. You know what I'm saying? There was a time when Drake and Chris Brown was dead enemies, but then they were on the same record. They were on the Nicki Minaj record. You know what I mean? So the girls, when you start making alliances, I use Bia as the perfect example. Now that Bia is starting to expand, she's trying to get more out there, right? Now Bia, now you can't call Cardi B for a record. You can't call Lotto for a record. Because you went and aligned yourself instead of just saying, you know what, my name's Bennett, I ain't in it. That shit between y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all as ladies, y'all got to work that out. But I can't afford to be putting myself in a box. So now Bia, yeah, Nicki gave you the cosign and gave you the collab. But what happens now? What if you never get another Nicki collab? What happens now? Do you still have to be loyal to Nicki? You can't work with Cardi B? Because if you do, you're afraid that You're gonna get attacked. So you're kind of like Glorilla. There was no reason for Glorilla to unfollow Nicki Minaj. Like you picked an alliance with Cardi B. Now later on, what happens if you fall out with Cardi B? You can't go to Nicki Minaj for a record. You know what I mean? You should, these people, these girls got to like Ice Spice. Yeah, it's working out right now. It's working out right now. Those Nicki cosigns and everything are working out. But you see, you're new in the game. So you go out to the Met Gala and you and you're avoiding Cardi B, like you don't want to be seen. Like, because I heard they had a conversation, but she want to make sure she's not seen on camera, conversating with Cardi B, because then Nicki's fans may take it the wrong way. They don't even know what they're talking about. But if they see her commentate, oh, you're betraying Nicki. After all Nicki did for you, you talking to the ops. So she's new in the game. So what happens if 5 years from now or 3 years from now, after Ice Spice is cold, what happens then? What happens 2 years from now if your run is over? And Nicki's like, I'm not even really doing music no more. I'm off doing this, that, and the third. Right? Now you can't go to Cardi B for a record. Or you can't go to Latto for a record. It just doesn't make sense. Like you're cutting off your potential income streams. You're cutting off your income streams. All this, well, on this side, you're either on Nicki's side or on Cardi's side. Like, now you got somebody like Doja Cat, who I always thought was fake anyway, but you got somebody like Doja Cat who's, of course, you comparing Doja to who's the hottest, and you're sucking clit, and now your record comes out, and the barbs are paying you dust. Now you look dumb. Your rap record flopped. I don't see no barbs talking about you no more. They're now calling Ice Spice the princess, where before they was calling Doja Cat the princess. You mentioned Nicki on every single interview, every single record. And look at you. Now you talk about bye and it's over, and you're Scarlet now. You're not Doja Cat no more. And I'm gonna start just looking out for myself. But you should have never made that move. Like the great thing, the great and bad thing about Nicki Minaj, right? Nicki Minaj is the ultimate cosign. I mean, she is. She's the ultimate cosign. But you have to move. The thing about Nicki, you have to move a certain way after you get that cosign. That you don't have to do that with the other girls. Like you don't have to move funny. If you go out and get a Latto collab, you don't have to move funny after that. If you go get a Missy Elliott collaboration like Anita. Anita went and got a Missy Elliott collaboration. She doesn't feel like, oh man, now I can't get a Nicki collaboration. No. Right? But when you get that certain collaboration, Nicki's the biggest name, right? She's the biggest name. But, and I don't even really think so much that it's Megan. It's just that the second biggest name in rap happens to be her enemy. So when you come in and you say, I either want to get a Nicki collab, that because that's what most of the girls say. You're not like girls aren't coming in like, oh yeah, I gotta get that Ice Spice collab, or oh yeah, I gotta get that Latto collab. Like the girls are saying, most of the girls you ask them who do you want to work with, they're gonna say Cardi B or Nicki Minaj. Those are the two. The other one's cool, yeah, it's cool. I work with Sweetie, but no one's coming in saying, oh, I gotta get that Sweetie collab. Like, no one's saying that. So it's usually one or the other. I want to get this one or the other one. If I can get a follow from Nicki, and then maybe that'll lead to a collaboration or what have you. But then if you get the follow, it's kind of like what Bia did. You know, Bia was talking to Cardi B, right? Um, talking to Cardi B and tweeting back and forth with Cardi B. But then Nicki gave her the collab. So now she feels as though, oh shit. Like, I'm sure Nicki didn't say, uh, go delete all those tweets. I'm sure she didn't tell Bia that. But it's that Bia probably checked her temperature. And she probably sees what it is. And she probably sees how people react. So now she's like, she probably felt as though, let me go delete these tweets because the Barbs are going to go see him and say, oh, look at all these tweets before. She was rocking with Cardi B. So she's got to go delete those tweets before Nicki's fans send the tweets back to her. I'm 100% positive that Nicki Minaj did not tell her, you know you got to delete those tweets, right? I'm 100% positive that Bia did that on her own. But she felt as though she had to do it. And that's where the problem comes in at. You feel as though you have to pick sides. Just because I now got the collaboration with you, now I'm not going to be able to collaborate with her, and vice versa. Oh, I got the collaboration with Cardi. Now I don't want to feel as though I go collaborate with Nicki because then, you know, that's going to make Cardi look bad. Right? So that whole thing is dumb to me, and it's going to cost somebody a lot of money one day. It's going to cost somebody a lot of money. So anyway, shout out to Big Latto. That's a big move for her, and especially to do that with no manager. That's pretty dope. All right, hold on. Now, we'll get that. I know y'all want to talk about Cardi B, but we'll get that in a minute. So, I'm sure all of y'all are very familiar with DDG, YouTube rapper, and of course, you're all familiar with the Little Mermaid, the Black Little Mermaid, um, Halle Bailey. So, let's see here. DDG came out with a song. Now, remember, he came out with a song prior to this where he was pretty much doing the same thing. However, he just didn't go crazy with it, right? He just said, oh, you know, you see her holding his hand. You really think that he can take her from me? You know, she's just doing that for business. So he kind of like made light of it because people were saying, oh, she looks so much better, you know, with the white guy, with Jonah or whatever, right? So he just made a little. The song is called "Famous." Ironically, same type of same title that Kanye made with what you call it. All right, let me try to get the words this dude said, cause it was, you know, it was pretty bad. All right, so I'm gonna share the screen so y'all can see it, and then y'all can tell me. I had somebody in the chat room said it's no big deal. Oh, they think that it's PR. So y'all can let me know whether y'all think this is PR or not. All right. So if we're gonna talk about it being PR, let's keep it to perspective who we're talking about. We're talking about the Little Mermaid, right? We're talking about Halle Bailey, who right now has the biggest movie right now. And somebody told me, I don't care. She's doing it for PR. Now, I don't know why Halle Bailey, would want this type of publicity, but I'm willing to keep an open mind. When hey, we'll see. So on the screen, can you guys see that? Can y'all see that? Um, so let's see here. All right. Here's what this Negro said. There's the lyrics on the screen. Let's see. You know what? I still can't even see that shit. Basically, he was saying, "I'm trying to figure out what we gonna do, how we gonna get to the top." She looked like she's doing pretty good. Filming a movie, now you kissing niggas or something like that. He said, "Why are you holding hands when you're not on camera? Why are y'all holding hands in the photo? You know I'm insecure. That's a no-no. Um, I keep coming back. Want to leave you, but I'm too attached." So he's letting you know right there that this relationship is toxic. He said, I keep coming back. So that means they keep splitting up. He's pretty much saying in this song that this relationship is toxic. I keep coming back. I wanna split, but I'm too attached. Like, what the hell? So you got young Halle Bailey here. What is Halle Bailey? 24? And you're involved with her. She's the bigger star. Yes, we know that this dude um has his own money. He's a YouTube rapper, right? And people just always, well, if he's got more money than her, just okay, that's fine. He may have more money than her, but his money's not going to be money in the long run as long as he stays a YouTube rapper or YouTube influencer. Because at some point, YouTube rappers and influencers, they're going to start fading away like everything else does. You know? So My thing is this, and you know me. Everybody knows. Yes, I love Holly as well. Everybody knows I'm a Chloe guy. My thing is, where is all the energy? Because Chloe, you don't see Chloe all hugged up and loved up over under no nigga. Chloe's out there doing her is taking care of her business. Chloe's on tour, right? She's out there trying to promote her album. You don't see Chloe all hugged up under no nigga. Holly's supposed to be the one. Chloe's supposed to be the fast one, right? That's what all y'all tell me. Oh, Chloe, she's trying to sell sex. You know, she's fast in the ass, but Holly's the one that's up under some nigga that she was fucking after 2 weeks, and then allegedly gave her virginity to. And he's on record saying, "Oh, she ain't going nowhere. I got the dick up in her belly." She's obsessed. Put this dick in her belly. If you think I'm pulling out, you crazy. So you're out there having unprotected sex, because he kind of made a notion to that when they first started dating. Like, oh, I'm trying to have a baby. He wasn't joking around. He's trying to have a baby. If this situation was turned around and this was Chloe and this dude was acting like this is how the conversation would go. Oh, you see, this is what you get for trying to always sexualize yourself. These are the type of guys you're going to attract. And they be blaming Chloe for the way that she dress, the way that she talk. They're going to be blaming Chloe. They would be blaming Chloe. If this situation was reversed, everybody knows the way everybody drags Chloe. Oh, see, you want to over-sexualize yourself? This is the type of niggas you got to deal with when you over-sexualize yourself. And they would have blamed Chloe. They be blamed Chloe. But since it's Halle, this is supposed to be the one. This is supposed to be Mary Magdalene. This is supposed to be Goody Two Shoes. Right? This is supposed to be the Goody Two Shoes of the sisters. Now I'm seeing people on Twitter talking about go save your sister. So she's supposed to give up go save your sister. You already went on tour. Go save your sister. That boy is going to mess up her career. Halle's a grown woman. Halle's a grown woman. You didn't see her on live saying, oh, I was thinking I'm having all this success, and I was just thinking, my nigga ain't with me. Like, I'm like, Halle, is that you? Did y'all see that live when she was like, I'm just sitting around thinking, my nigga ain't with me? I was like, right? But then y'all say, oh, Chloe, she forcing it. She don't sound natural when she curse. Oh, she's trying to force being sexy. So everybody putting on Chloe. Chloe has a persona, right? It's just like Sasha Fierce. Chloe has a persona on stage. That don't mean she's going around popping it and dropping it on every nigga out when she get off stage. I ain't heard nobody in the industry say nothing about Chloe Bailey yet. I haven't heard anybody in the industry say they fucked her. I haven't heard about her being with anybody in the industry other than Diggy Simmons. And they were young, so I don't know what was going on with them. Gunna was PR. That only left about a month. You only saw her and Gunna out like 2 times, and she was in the video. That was strictly PR for the video. And then right after he got shot at, right after there was a shootout, Chloe said, fuck the PR. I ain't being around this nigga no more. You notice she ain't said free Gunna. She ain't said none of that. She was like, nah, this PR ain't worth it. I'm be trying to do PR to help you out. I'm going to get my head blown off. No thanks. There was another live that Chloe did, and Halle was giving Chloe this bouquet of flowers. And she was caring and ranting about the cashier person till she found out Chloe was recording. Yeah. So one thing the funny thing is, 101 Minaj yesterday, shout out to her, she said she knows someone who knows DDG, and they say that Halle is not innocent. Chloe is actually the calm one, actually the innocent one. She's just not, like that on stage. And the thing about Chloe and Halle is the only reason that everybody says more to Chloe is because she got ass. But Halle be doing the same thing on stage that Chloe does. But it just looks a little bit more raunchy with Chloe because Chloe got ass. And Halle don't really got ass. So they up there doing the same steps. They're doing the same choreography. But it's just that it looks a little bit more sassy with Chloe because Chloe got ass. But Halle ain't up there just standing still. I mean, the thing is with this, most of his stuff has been on Twitter, and they don't really follow him. You know what I mean? Like as a rapper, they don't really follow him like that. Now, some sort of incident happens when they're out in the public. They're gonna probably say something, or if some of this stuff gets back to them, because I don't know whether she has a picture deal with Disney. This might just be it. It may just be the Little Mermaid. But if you're the Little Mermaid, you have to have a certain, even if you only make one Little Mermaid, you're always going to be under contract with them because they may have you come back for an appearance, or you may have to make an appearance as the Little Mermaid. They might ask you to put on the mermaid outfit and go to Disney World. You know what I mean? So when you do those Disney movies, even if you just have a contract for one movie, you still have to kind of watch your P's and Q's. I've done a Disney contract before for somebody, right? I've done the budget and the stuff on a Disney contract. And those contracts, a lot of them have 10-year clauses. Right? So where they may say, yeah, you can go out and do other movies. Matter of fact, I heard Halle has a movie coming out where she has a sex scene. And I want the same energy I saw for Chloe when she did her sex scene with Dancing Idris. Everybody act like it was the end of the world. Everybody act like Chloe was doing porn. They act like she was naked. They act like that sex scene, that little 15-second sex scene when you seen her ass up in the air, they act like that was the worst. Oh my God, she's doing porn. Well, now guess what? Now Halle has a sex scene in her next movie, and she's younger than Chloe. I want the same energy. I want the same energy. I want the same energy. I want to see people. I want to see people doing this, acting the same way. Oh my God, what is Halle doing? Porn? And this is a white dude too. This is a white dude she got a sex scene with. So I want to now you're talking about the Little Mermaid now. I want to see the same energy. I want to see the same energy that everybody was giving Chloe. You're right, Nasir. You absolutely let me show that. Absolutely right. Because Chloe rocks with Cardi B. Right? So you're going to get the Nicki fans started hating on Chloe. You got the Nicki YouTubers calling her Walmart Beyonce and bootleg Beyonce and stuff like that. So the ones that like Nicki Minaj, they feel as though Chloe, who is not even a rapper, Chloe's an R&B singer. Normani's an R&B singer, but they also took it out on them. So a lot of them was dissing Chloe. So that beef even trickled down to R&B singers who don't got nothing to do with it. But you're absolutely right about that, Nasir. Absolutely right. Okay. So do y'all think that DDG, after making these comments, he said, I don't want to see this no more. She's an actress, dude. I don't know whether this is a news flash or not, but she's an actress, my brother. And she got a sex scene coming up. So if you went crazy like that over a kiss scene and her holding hands, I hate to see what's going to happen when you see this sex scene, bruh. Hey, Ashanti, my moderator. Make sure you put your hand on the gun. So I really hate to see what's gonna happen when this sex scene comes out. All right. One more and then we'll get to the main event. Think is what you came for. People gonna be like, "What? What are you talking about, Heb?" I heard some things. I'm going to put them in my members only video. Okay. So, come on. Here we go. Oh, hell no. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right, here we go. You guys can still hear me, right? Hold on. Yeah, the line. Yeah, yeah. From what I hear, Halle Bailey has a sex scene in that movie, The Line. Yes. And from what I hear, it's with a white dude. So she's gonna probably be doing a sorority, and they're gonna probably say, "Oh, you gotta have sex with this dude." Woo, woo, woo. Right? All right. Here we go. Is it going to be a Nicki Minaj? Come on, man. And Megan Truce. 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 Come on, man. Hold on. Okay. Is it going to be a Nicki Minaj and Megan Truth? And why do you say that, Heaven? What made you say that? Well, you have to go into members only to find out. But there is a possibility, and as I always said, I always see these two. If anybody was going to, like, you know what, let's just dead it. Shit's dumb. Um, if anybody was going to just dead the situation, I said it'd be these two. It will never be Nicki and Cardi B. Like that's never gonna happen. So you might as well just get those thoughts out of your head. But again, Megan and Nicki just wasn't that serious. Here's the deal. Um, so I'm trying to not say too much without, I'm trying to say so without spoiling it for my members only crew. Um, will they be making records together? Maybe not. Maybe. Will they do an Hot Girl Summer 2 in 2024? Possibly. Um, but you have to remember the Megan Nicki thing was never that serious. It was never that serious. They don't really have personal beef. They don't really have personal beef. So if they had personal beef, she would have cut Ponytail off. Remember, she worked with Ariana. If it was personal beef, I know she saw her and Doja Cat all hugged up, about looking like they about to go to the hotel, and she was still following Doja Cat, and she still text Doja Cat after that, and whoop whoop whoop. So it's not personal with them two. Them two is just a simple misunderstanding. A simple misunderstanding. She doesn't hate Megan. She actually has a lot of respect for Megan. But when you're trying to, you know, when you're trying to shade, or if you're not getting along with someone, of course you're gonna be like, oh, F that bitch. You know what I mean? But she has a lot of respect for Megan's work ethic. She has a lot of respect for Megan's skills, her talent, right? And that was is what attracted her to her in the first place. Like her talent, her work ethic. She lost her parents. She was still going, whatever. Like she's very resilient. Um, but I did hear some things that I'm gonna bring to the members only, but maybe not this year, only because Megan's not really doing things like that, and Megan's probably not releasing music until either the end of 23 or the top of 24, and Nicki will be on tour 24. So don't be surprised if she does Hot Girl Summer and then here comes Money Making Meg out the tunnel. Could you just imagine? Could you imagine that place would fall down? The place would collapse. But without going into detail, just keep that in mind. And remember your boy told you. Just keep that in mind. Let's see. Hold on. That's all for that. All right, here we go. Here we go. Have to explain to people again what I meant. And I know I had some Cardi B fans come in before the show even started. Oh, no one can replace Barty, and that's that. All right. You want to argue back and forth? Make sure you send a super chat or a cash app. Okay. Here we go, guys. Has Ice Spice replaced Cardi B? What you talking about? Cardi B just put down one of the best verses of 2023. Fuck you talk about, bald headed ass nigga. Oh, she could never replace Barty. I knew you was a flip flopper. I knew you was a flip flop. Just because Cardi unfollowed you, I knew you was gonna flip flop. Right? Cardi unfollowed me 2 years ago. And I haven't changed since then. So her follow me, unfollow me, follow me back. It's not gonna change the way I talk. It's not gonna change what I think. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. And I was going over this a little bit earlier. I think y'all have to get the word replaced out of your head when you're thinking about the music industry. Replaced in music and entertainment is not the same thing as replaced in everyday life, everyday talk. So, like I said before, oh man, I lost my mama earrings. I gotta replace them. So, you gotta get another pair because you lost the previous pairs you have. Oh man, I got to replace my car because I got into an accident. My car is now total. I don't have a car. I might have to replace it. When you replace someone in the music industry, you don't take their place. I mean, you're taking their place. You're not really replacing them. You're just taking their place. And what I mean by taking their place is you're just giving them another option. I called Ice Spice. I finally came up with a nickname for Ice Spice. Ice Spice is the human AI. She's the human AI. She's like the closest thing. If you want to replace a human, you're gonna replace the best thing to replace a human rapper with, and you saw they was already trying to do it. You saw they were trying to do it already. It just didn't work out then. But trust me, they're gonna come back and revisit it. Ice Spice to me is the human AI. If there's an AI rapper, they're gonna sound like Ice Spice. The beat is gonna sound like Ice Spice beats. They're gonna look like Ice Spice. So if there was an AI rapper, it would be Ice Spice. Right? It'll be Ice Spice. And then you say this. Ice Spice ain't got no kids. So when it's time to go on tour, she not gonna say, "Oh, I'm pregnant." Ice Spice ain't got no marriage issues. Ice Spice ain't got no drama. Ice Spice ain't got no court cases. Ice Spice ain't got no second child. Ice Spice ain't got no uh, online issues. It's just if we tell Ice Spice, she's not gonna be. If we tell her you're gonna go on tour, she's not gonna say, "Oh, I want to spend time with my kids. I just had a baby," or "Oh, I'm pregnant, so I can't drop the album." And that's how it is with people from AI. That's why they're trying to replace real people with AI because, boom, all they got to do is just pump the music into the computer and then they just spit it out. They just spit the lyrics out. They don't get old. They don't get tired. So the conversation that they're having is probably like, well, she's from the Bronx too. So taking somebody from the Bronx, but we're replacing her with somebody from the Bronx. And sure, whenever Cardi decides to drop this album, when she decides to drop the album, people get back on board. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, I'm hearing she's having some issues down there in Atlantic. We need to push out influential acts. These influential. Uh, Ice Spice is influential. She is. You know, if you get Northwest reaching out to you, and you got all these people, you haven't even been out a year, and this was happening after 6 months. You got New York. When she walked through New York that first time, you'd have thought it was freaking Michael Jackson. You'd have thought it was Michael Jackson. And that was when she did the joint with Lil TJ. That was about 8-9 months ago. It wasn't even up. She wasn't even in the game 6 months. Little girls follow behind what she says, so she's influential. Now, I don't think she's as good an artist as Cardi B. I don't think she's a as big a personality as Cardi B. And I don't think her initial impact was as big as Cardi B's. But they don't need it to be. All they need is for someone to just be in the facility. You don't have to be as impactful as Cardi was, but you can be close enough. If you can be close enough, you got the looks, you're light skin, and you got big titties and big ass like Cardi B, but yours is natural. Hers is enhanced. She looks great, but she had surgery. She had enhancements. You look great too. You haven't had any enhancements. So this is the way they build them up, because in about a couple of years, if Ice Spice is still in the game, well then she's gonna have to get surgery. Because they don't let anybody go through here um without doing something, maybe not surgery on her body, but they're gonna be like, oh, your eyes are starting to drop, or oh, you need Botox in your lips, or what have you. God forbid she don't continue to work out, or what have you, and gets a little pudgy or whatever. Oh, you gotta take care of that pudge. But she's like can give you, not, like I said, not as strong as an impact as Cardi, but it's strong enough. But then where you gain is you don't have to deal with all the Cardi bullshit. The the $3 million requests, the lawyers, the court date, the I can't tour because I'm pregnant, the this, the that, the problems that all set, the going off online, the going to the Bronx to say you're gonna fight uh what's her name? Um that nobody ass chick that just ruined her career. Something Mitch. I mean, you don't have to deal with those little things. So when I say replace, I don't mean, oh, she's gonna come in and then Cardi B's kicked to the curb. No, that's not what I mean. But that hype and that amped up and that, oh, New York, and you could already see she's been out a year. She's got what, 10 million more Spotify, damn near 10 million more Spotify monthly listeners than Cardi B, who was at what, 30. Cardi B was at about 34, 35 million. Somewhere along those lines. Looks like Cardi B has dipped and Ice Spice is past her. And it didn't even take a year. That should let you know right there. And then somebody said, yeah, but those numbers ain't real. And you just proved my point. You just proved my point. Because it ain't about whether those numbers are 100% real or not. It's about whether those numbers are being reported as real. It's about the perception. It's about you looking on Spotify and saying, yep, that is true. She got more followers. I mean, she got more listeners than Cardi B. She got more listeners than Megan. She closing in on Doja Cat. No, she's not closing on Doja Cat. Doja Cat's in the 50s. But she's already got more than Megan and Cardi B. The bottom line is, and people hate to hear me say it, I love Cardi B. I love her as an artist. I think she's a smart, good artist. Like she's a artist that she's a hit maker. I think she knows how to make a hit, like really, really well. But the bottom line is, it is 2023 July. July. And you have not come out with your second album yet. You can't tell me that it's not affecting you. You can't. Because when these singles at, Tomorrow Too, Put on the Floor, um, the Lizzo one, Wild Side, Hot Ish, where Hot Ish went 13 and Tomorrow Too went 10. These records were going 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. In 2021, 2020, these records were going top 5, number 1. So you can't tell me that the layoff is not affecting you. And you can't tell me it's not affecting your popularity. It is. Cardi B fans, you get mad all you want. Oh, she hasn't lost no she hasn't lost no luster. She hasn't lost no popularity. She has less Spotify listeners than she had a year ago. I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean it's she's not losing no popularity? Records that used to go number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, they're now going 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Even though that's still good, that trust me, that's still great. A lot of people would kill for a top 15 record. What you think Bia would take a top 15? You think Coyle Ray would take a top 15? Of course. They would kill for those numbers. But you can't tell me that she hasn't lost some popularity. And that is partially her fault. It's partially her fault. Somebody, and I'm not going to put their name out there because they said, could you please not put my name out here because I'm going to get shamed. And Ken Barbie is I said something in the Barty gang room or whatever, and I got shamed. So please don't mention my name. So she said, can you just tweet it? So what I did was I tweeted it. And she said, and she made a very good point. She said, all I did was ask her, when's the new music coming out? And Party Gang cursed me out. Don't be asking her that. No, that's your problem. Yo, go stream what she puts out. Be grateful that she's putting out. She's feeding us this, that, and the third. And the girl was like, but I defend Cardi every day. I take bullets for her every day. I get insulted. I get doxxed. I get my family talked about. I get bullied defending her. And I ask, where's the new music? New music that she promised. It's not like we asking for it. She said that if this record goes 15, I'm going to drop something right after. And she wasn't talking about the Fendi record because that's not her record to drop. So you can't say she was talking about the Fendi record. And she said, and just because I said, where's the music? I got cursed out. Oh, that's why I hate y'all. Like, and this girl was very upset. And she said, could you tweet it, but not attach my name to it? Because I don't want to get shamed. Right. Hey, it's me. No, she's not shelved. No, she's not shelved. Hell no. They want her to put out an album. They paid her already. So they want her to put out an album. They're waiting for her to put out the album. Put that out. They paid her. They're not gonna shelve her. She's still the most right now with Young Boy gone. She's probably the most successful rap act over there because they don't have Young Boy no more. I don't even know if they got Uzi anymore. I think Uzi signed somewhere else, or maybe didn't. They don't got Kodak no more. Kodak signed to Capitol. So Cardi B right now is the biggest rapper on their label, and she's got her first album that went 4 times platinum, and she's got closing in on 4 diamond singles. They'd be a fool to shelve Cardi B. If they shelve Cardi B, who they gonna put out? And then people saying silly stuff. Oh, they took Cardi's budget and gave it to Lizzo. Lizzo is not a rapper. Lizzo is a pop star. She's got a different budget. They're not gonna take Cardi B's budget money. See, people say that because there's people out there who don't like Cardi B, right? And they'll believe something like that. They'll believe it. But there's no record label gonna do that. They're not gonna take Cardi B's budget and give it to Lizzo. Lizzo ain't a rapper. Lizzo and Cardi B got 2 different budgets already. Don't let these people gas you in the sense of because you don't like a person. You're getting wrong information and you're believing it. That's why people, Tasha K said that they dropped. No, they didn't. They'd be a fool to drop her after they kicked out $3 million to her. They gave her $3 million. Why would they shelve her? They gave her $3 million. Why would they drop her? They gotta get their money back. She said, nope, to do my second album, I'm gonna need $3 million. I'm not taking $1 million. I'm not gonna have $1 million budget after I just made your $36 million with Invasion of Privacy. That's one album. And that is exactly how much Invasion of Privacy made. Off of Invasion of Privacy, when you type all the streams, all of the singles, all of the sales, Invasion of Privacy, they made a total or a net or estimate of $36 million. You know how much they her budget was to do Invasion of Privacy? Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to guess what her budget was? Remember, she's a first time artist. It was her first project. Now it's more than that. Nope, not 2 million. Ain't no real um ain't no first time artist really wasn't really getting 2 million back in 2017. So let me tell you about Cardi B's deal, right? Let me tell you about Cardi B's deal. Cardi B signed her deal in 2016, I think. And I think she came out 2017, or she may have signed at the beginning of 2017, right? Came out 2017. So Cardi B, because she was a artist from Love and Hip Hop, right? People from Love and Hip Hop do not have a history of doing well. So they figured, you know what, we can make her the rap female version of K Michelle. K Michelle came from Love and Hip Hop, and she had somewhat a little bit of success, right? She made her record company couple of $1 million. You know what I mean? So K Michelle had moderate success, but like before Cardi B, that was probably the artist from Love and Hip Hop that probably had the most success before Cardi B, right? So they figured maybe we can get lucky and we can get a couple of hits out of her. This whole Bodak Yellow and the Diamond Records and all that stuff, they did not expect that to happen. They did not expect that to happen. In a million years, they did not expect her stardom to be the way it was. And the thing that really shocked them is when um she was doing tours, she was paying for her own tours, and they saw a show that she did. It was like in DR or Puerto Rico. I don't know. I don't really remember where it was. And she wasn't even out yet. And all of the girls in that audience knew her record. This is before Bodak Yellow. When they saw that, they were like, okay. Her first contract was $1 million. Now, remember, that's not $1 million in her pocket. That's $1 million to do her album. So whatever producers you're gonna use, whatever collabs you're gonna use, if you're gonna use a stylist, if you're gonna use a personal chef, they all gonna come out of the $1 million, right? That's how much we're giving you to do your project. And they figure, you know what? If we can make 3 or 4 million, like we only invested $1 million, if we can make 3 or 4 million, 5 or 6 million, like we'll net $5 million, and she get her percentage. We'll net $4 million or gross $4 million, right? That's what they were expecting. She could make $5, $6 million off it. She made $36 million off of invasion of privacy. Once she made the 36 million, then she went. Remember, she was rolling with Offset, and she was going to go to QC because her contract was after your first album, if Atlantic has not lived up to your expectations, you can opt out and go wherever you want. If Atlantic has not lived up to your expectations. Now, remember, she went and got QC, and all of a sudden they were saying QC was going to be her management team because she was married to Offset. When she said well, I want to be paid like a superstar. And they said, well, what do you mean by that? I want to be paid like a superstar. Y'all gave me like $1 million. I had to pay it, this, that, and the third. So I really didn't even clear $1 million. I made you all this money. So this time around, I want $3 million. Now, let's go back to Ice Spice. Let's go back to Ice Spice. When Drake signed his deal in 2009, right? He got $1 million sign bonus. And everybody was like, oh my God. Right? Wow, Drake got $1 million signing bonus. Cardi B's first album, her budget was $1 million. Right? For the album. Ice Spice did an EP. Right? She did an EP. She had no number ones. Munch was like number 70 on the Hot 100. Would you like to know what Ice Spice got for her project? Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to know what Ice Spice got for that project? She had $2 million for a project. I saw the contract. So she got $2 million for an EP with no number ones. So to get $2 million in 2023 and you've never put out an album, that's crazy. That's crazy. So they are pretty much saying, we know, we have ultimate faith that you're going to recoup this bread. Now, you talk about the Grangers. The Grangers don't just give out money. But they're saying they got the ultimate faith that her, the shit she got going on right now, whatever she may have going on later, we think you're going to recoup that. For a new artist, that's dope. That's dope. Now, I don't know whether she has recouped it yet. She hasn't sold records like that yet. But she will. Like, going at this rate, she will. Now, I heard she's putting out another project later on this year. Right? I heard she put out a project later. She's putting out a project later on this year. Well, hey, it's me. It's a new, she is, it's kind of like a new company. Was it 100 projects or whatever the hell it's called. It's relatively new. And then you got Jimmy Henchman Jr. And he just has a knack. Growing up around his father, they just got a knack how to, and on top of that, the label that they're on. What is she on? What's she on? Capitol? Is she on Capitol? She might be on Capitol. Capitol just got a huge hip hop or rap, whatever you call it. They got a big rap budget because Capital is like the new. I think she's on Capital. I think she's on Capital. But the endorsements, you have to remember, the endorsements they actually get money from. You know what I'm saying? So that endorsement will help pay back the money they gave her because they're not giving her the money with endorsements. Whoever the company or the product that's you know endorsing in her, they're the ones that pay her that, not the record label. So whatever she's getting paid out of that, whatever deal she's in, whatever percentage deal she's in, she's in, they sign is 360s now. So whatever type of splits Jimmy Henchman got coming back, and whatever type of splits the Grangers got, like she'll take a portion of what she's doing on the sponsorship or endorsements, and she'll that'll help pay it back. I believe before she puts out her next project, 'cause remember she's also doing shows. Um, I believe before she puts out her next project, I think she'll be caught up. I think she will be. I think she'll be out of the red. I think she'll be out of the red. It's gonna take some time though, but in the meantime, she's getting shows. She's getting endorsements. She's getting other things. So it's gonna be interesting. Is Cardi B done? Like, did she? Oh, she finished Cardi B? No, of course not. But the hype that she had, they've now given that hype to Ice Spice. If you notice, a lot of people in the media, oh, Ice Spice, Michael B. Jordan, kind of like what they did with Denzel. Remember when Cardi came out? It was like Denzel, Oprah. It was the big main people. This time it wasn't as big of names, but Michael B. Jordan was on TV. It was like, oh yeah, I like Ice Spice. You know what I mean? Then you had, I think Jimmy Fallon on one of them was saying, oh, Ice Spice is like my new favorite. I mean, so it's kind of like a repeat of 2017, but just not as much. You know what I mean? Yeah, she is in a 360. Trust me. She is in a 360. Don't tell me she's not. She is in a 360. I saw her contract. Everybody now, except for Nicki Minaj, that signed her because she's on her first deal. She's still on her first deal. She is in a 360. Trust me. That don't mean she don't own her publishing. I don't want to go into this back and forth because I did this 21 and a half years. She's in a 360. Just because you own your publishing, that does not mean you're not in a 360. You're in a 360. They make money off of everything she does. The only reason Nicki Minaj is not in the 360s because she's on her first deal. There is nobody signing deals right now. Record labels have lost billions, billions since the internet. There is no way they're going to let a girl from the Bronx with no prior experience, with no track record, she's not coming in and owning all of her intellectual property, all of her publishing, masters, and merchandising. Come on, man. You think the Grangers are doing that?
How much how much stock and equity does Drake have in the game? Drake's even in a 360. So if you're gonna tell me if Drake is in a 360, you better damn sure Ice Spice is in a 360. As much money as Drake has made the industry, and as much money as Drake made Republic and Universal, Drake is in a 360. She did a partnership with her for projects that involves her only. That's what their partnership is. Their partnership, she doesn't get money from her on Pink Panthers. She gets a split of projects that involved her or anyone from Heavy on It. If she used a Heavy on It producer, Nicki Minaj gets to plant the Heavy on It stamp on the record, along with 10 projects or 110 projects, whatever it's called. But if it doesn't have anything to do with Heavy on It, she doesn't get paid from that. Only records that they do together. That's the thing. That's the partnership she worked out with her people and with her team. I get to put the Heavy on It stamp on it on the same record with 10 projects or what have you. You know what I mean? That's the deal. That's the deal. And I get a percentage on the back end. Which of course that's why they're gonna be putting out more records. If I got a deal with you wherein when I do records with you, you know what I mean? Like Karma, she's not gonna make money off of her Taylor Swift, um, off her Taylor Swift collab. But record labels have lost millions and billions of dollars. They've been taking L's ever since Napster. They've been taking L's. So they have to find a way to get some of that money back. That's why you saw music videos start to go down. Like, okay, we're not spending millions of dollars on music videos anymore because we're not making the same amount of money we used to make. That's why you see so many of these artists selling their masters. That's why you see so many of these executives selling their masters. Nelly just sold part of his catalog. And they're doing it all the time. Justin Bieber sold his catalog. I said as far as Cardi goes, and it's just my personal opinion, but I just feel as though my personal opinion is going to be right. If she drops the album in August, she'll do 180. Just my personal opinion. If she don't drop the album until September, she'll do 170. If she don't drop the album until October, she'll do 160. Every single month that she waits is going to cost her 10,000 sales. Want to know why? Because Atlantic is going to make sure they take as a get back, as a fee, as a fee. You supposed to put this album out in 2021. We're in 2023. It ain't out yet. So guess what? If it don't come out in August, if you drop it by August, I'm sure her and Atlantic have the date that that they have decided on. If it don't come out by that date, it's gonna cost you 10,000. It's gonna cost you 10,000 sales. That's just what it is. And to answer the question whether her popularities go down, all you gotta do is take a look at what her first album did. 255. This album, if she didn't lose popularity, this album should do around the same. 235, 245. Everybody's selling less. But, I think it's going to do the same thing. That what on what planet? Like when people say that, what are you basing this on? Do you even look at the landscape of artists? Everybody's selling less, except them white people, except Taylor Swift. She's still selling the same. Rule change, don't matter. Taylor Swift is still selling 700K first week on an 11-year-old album. But you look at all the rappers. Look at all the rappers. Uzi, he did 300K the album before the one he just put out. What did this one do? Anybody know what Uzi's latest album did first week? The album before that, he did 300K. Again, you just up in here saying anything. You're just up in here saying anything. First of all, I have a feeling this your time here is not going to end very well. First of all, so everybody does payola except your artist, right? Except the one you root for. Everybody does payola except them, right? Exactly. Her fan base has been buying her records from the beginning of time. You're talking about 10-year-old albums that they are buying. Her pure sales are always close to what she did. As far as payola, I already explained this. Payola don't exist. Marketing money. Marketing money. That's payola. That's the new payola. Marketing money. Nobody goes and pays people now to play music. They don't do that anymore. I will have a certain amount of money that I'm going to give you out of this budget and I need you to run 5 radio ads. I need you to put up 3 billboards, and I'm gonna pay you 35K to do that. I'm gonna pay you 35,000, and we're gonna buy 3 ads or 3 radio ads. We're gonna buy 2 billboards. Put up a Spotify billboard. Get us on as many Spotify playlists. Get us on the top playlist. How much does it cost to get us on the top playlist? But everybody can do that. All record companies, they all got multi-millions of dollars to put into marketing. It's all about whether they want to or not. Whether they want to or not. All these labels are rich. So it's up to your label to post. Oh, also in this little package, make sure you post her stats every Monday, or make sure you post her stats every Monday and Friday. Make sure you say that invasion of privacy sold 4 million. Make sure you post every Tuesday that it's the highest streaming album ever. That's all promotion. That's all promotional money that comes out of a budget that you give and you work out with Spotify, you work out with Apple, you work out with Amazon. But all the labels can do that. It's just a matter of whether they want to or not, or whether they feel, let me put this amount of money behind Latto, or let me put this amount of money behind Glorilla. It really depends on your label. But artists like Taylor Swift and Adele, they're making real music. They're making real music. So most of their sales are closer to their real sales. They're going to be selling. The rappers aren't selling like that anymore. So you think that what, the rappers aren't using it because they're not selling? Anything that's going to make somebody money, you don't think they do it? These record labels are in the money business, in the making money business. So you don't think whatever they need to do to make them money, you don't think they do it? You're gonna say, "Oh no, we have too much pride and too much class to take our radio ads. We're gonna do it natural." Bullshit. Bullshit. Stop it. I don't know if she said she's over rapping, but every now and then she makes some comment about, "Oh, I'll get off this app and never come back." That's not gonna hurt the people that's on the app. That's the thing that these celebrities they have to humble themselves, and they act like they act like we should be grateful that we are in their world. No, you should be grateful that I'm in your world. Because me supporting you, that's not making me any money. All that's doing is costing me money and costing me time. So when people say, "Oh, did you stream so and so's music?" Hell no. Hell no. Are you coming to the streaming party? Hell no. I ain't coming to no streaming party. When the song drop, I'm going to listen to the song. If I like the song, I might play it again. And then I'm going to bed. And then tomorrow, if I want to play it again, I'll play it again. But I'm not buying y'all shit. I'm not making no millionaire more money. I'm not giving no money out to no strangers. Here, buy the record so we can make her more money. What? Nigga, I got 2 mortgages, nigga. You think I'm gonna be making somebody else rich? The fuck out of here. What they gonna do for me? Nothing. They ain't gonna give me a follow. Y'all new niggas is different, boy. Y'all quick to give your money out to niggas to make somebody else look good. I wish I would. I wish I would. Nope. So at any rate, when's the album coming? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I'll tell you one thing. When I saw Drake, and I'll say this again, I'm gonna keep patting myself on the back because so many people before she got the cosign and before she became the princess, so many people said, "You crazy? That girl is trash. She is garbage. She ain't gonna be the next nothing." I said, "All right, y'all wait and see. Y'all wait and see. Watch Ice Spice." And now here we are. And she's the hottest female rapper in rap right now. No, you don't like to hear it, but she's the hottest female rapper in rap right now.
You still gonna do the movie night?
Girl, you crazy? It's 11:11.
You still have to give me a hug and a kiss.
Oh, you're gonna have to go back and do the replay, Libra. You missed it. You're gonna have to watch the replay, Libra. I'm sorry. I've already covered that. For anybody that's also in members only, look out for the video. Anyway, I got to go make some more money. I got 3 scripts that I got to tighten up. I got a proposal I got to do. I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer. So holler back at your boy, Ashanti, all my moderators. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Thank y'all for the conversation. Thank y'all for the attention. Thank you for taking time out of your night to come chill with me for 2 hours. So I'll go. Y'all can go on about your business now. All right, man. I'll check y'all.